Well, 11 days after the deadly campfire started in Northern California, we're beginning to understand how it may have begun. California's largest power company, Pacific Gas and Electric, is under new pressure to explain its actions before the fire. Officials have put the death number toll to 77 deaths, and that number is likely to rise. Nearly 1,000 people are still officially unaccounted for. The fire has destroyed more than 10,600 homes. Officials say the campfire is now 65% contained. We go to Meg Oliver in Paradise, California, the town that was nearly destroyed the day this fire began.
Pacific Gas and Electric has confirmed it had 2 power line failures the day the deadly campfire started. The first one occurred at 6:15 a.m., less than 10 miles from Paradise, just 18 minutes before the flames erupted nearby. Now the utility company says another power outage happened at 6:45 a.m. about 5 miles away in Concow, the same town being investigated as a possible second location where the fire started.
We have eyes on the vegetation fire. It is on the west side of the river, underneath the transmission line.
While PG&E reported the first outage that same day, it waited more than a week to tell state regulators about the second one. In a statement, the company says, as more information became available about this location, we determined it was important to share that information.
When I left, I could hear the fire behind me.
Joanne Schaefer says days before the fire destroyed her home, PG&E called her and sent her an email like this one, saying they might shut off her power as a precaution. But she says the electricity was still on when she was forced to flee.
Are you wondering why they didn't turn it off?
I'm very wondering why. I'm wondering why this whole thing happened.
In a statement, the utility says in determining a public safety power shutoff, it considers multiple factors, including strong winds, very low humidity levels, critically dry vegetation, and on-the-ground observations. The forecasted conditions didn't meet the criteria. The cause of the fire is still under investigation as officials try to account for 100 still on a list of those reported missing.
We're hopeful that we're going to ultimately be able to account for the vast majority of those individuals, and it's a process.
Officials here are using rapid DNA test kits to help identify the remains. But one anthropologist assisting in the forensic effort tells CBS News that this fire was so devastating that positive identification may be impossible for some remains and others may never be recovered. Meg Oliver, CBS News, Paradise, California.
The wildfire has burned 150,000 acres, or about 235 square miles. In other national news, President Trump heads into Thanksgiving with special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation of possible collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia at the forefront of his mind. Mola has more details from the White House.
President Trump has given Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker full authority over special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation.
It's going to be up to him. I really believe he's going to do what's right.
But you won't overrule him if he decides to curtail.
I would not get involved.
Democrats have called on Whitaker to recuse himself from overseeing the investigation, pointing to comments Whitaker has made in the past criticizing Mueller's probe.
He was chosen for the purpose of interfering with the Mueller investigation.
Democrats warn they will be watching.
He needs to know that if he takes any action to curb what Mr. Mueller does, we're going to find out about it. We're going to expose it.
Special counsel Robert Mueller has agreed to submit written questions to President Trump, and the president is expected to submit his answers this week. But the president has been advised not to answer any questions about obstruction of justice.
And nothing, written or in person, on obstruction.
I would say probably. Probably. I mean, I can change my mind, but probably. I think we've wasted enough time on this witch hunt.
Mr. Mueller does have the power to subpoena the president to answer those questions, but Acting Attorney General Whitaker would have to sign off on the subpoena. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, the White House.
President Trump says he was unaware of Whitaker's criticisms of the Mueller probe before he appointed him to the acting attorney general position. Now heading to weather with Ed. Is it 'tis the snow season? I hear there's some snow on the way.
That's for sure, especially for the areas that likely need the snow, and that's the mountains. As we take a look here early in the season, we've actually got some pretty good snowfall numbers. And really right now, it isn't enough to give any kind of an indication about what our spring runoff is going to be like. The exception, we got a little problem up there in northwest Montana, but the rest of the region is doing okay. And what that will mean is good news for skiers as we start getting into the opening of the season. Most of the ski resorts seem to be in pretty good shape, and they all have scheduled openings here over the course of the next couple of weeks. Many of them over the Thanksgiving holiday, and then Bridger Bowl and also Showdown in Whitefish very soon. More on the weather coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Ed. In Missoula, one person died Sunday after being shot by a police officer. Around 8:30 a.m., Missoula police responded to a report of a disturbance with a gun at a home. Missoula Police Department spokesman Sergeant Travis Welsh says the responding officers were advised that a shot had been fired inside the residence. Welsh said when officers arrived, they encountered a person with a gun and shots were fired. No officers were injured and the suspect died from their injuries. The shooting investigation has been turned over to the Montana Department of Justice Division of Criminal Investigation. Per Missoula Police policy, the officer involved in Sunday's fatal shooting is on paid administrative leave. A 52-year-old man from Hanford, California died early Sunday morning in a single vehicle crash in Sheridan, Montana. The Montana Highway Patrol reported that the crash occurred around 12:30 a.m. at mile marker 33 on South Main Street. The man, who was driving with a 22-year-old male passenger, also from Hanford, was turning right when his vehicle went off the left side of the road. The vehicle rolled one and a half times and the driver was partially ejected. The passenger was injured in the crash. The patrol said alcohol and speed are suspected as factors in the crash, and both men in the car were not wearing a seatbelt. Well, thanks for joining us here on the New News. Coming up, a Colorado man sentenced for the killing of his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters. But first, Ed is in with a full look at the forecast as we prepare for the holiday week, the Thanksgiving full forecast after the break.
Watching MTN News with Samantha Sullivan, Storm Tracker weather with Ed McIntosh, and Farm and Ranch News from the Northern Ag Network. This is the new news on Q2, Montana's news leader.